in case I can share with. So obviously we have we've discussed all of these. I just want to be sure we know what SUMIF is. So since we know what SUMIF is, just to recap, it's used to obviously calculate the corresponding results from a range. So if you find a leaf over here corresponding some of the values from here. So you have two ranges over here and you have a criteria in the middle. So if you have some range, obviously you also have is average if. Okay, in the same manner, you can implement average if. Obviously, you know this. So sum if, average if, something you should know about, and obviously you know about, right? You also should know what sum ifs is. Sum ifs is multiple sum if used. So we do know how to calculate the sum using one particular criteria, but what if we have multiple criterias? What I mean to say is, if I want to find all the sales in the north, in that case, sum if can be used. But if I want to find the total sales that happen to be in the area north and happen to be in quarter 1, right? In that particular case, obviously I have to use sum ifs. You got my point. It should be north and it should be quarter 1. Then tell me what the total sales. So in that case, you can see over here is what I've done is, first of all, we have is a sum range. So in sum ifs, we always provide the sum range first. You might remember in sum if we provide the range afterwards. But here we provide the sum range first. Then it says, okay, tell me the criteria range first one. That's my first criteria range. Tell me the other the criteria, that's my criteria 1. Then it says tell me any other criteria range. Okay, that's north. And then it says what is the criteria? It's north. So give the range criteria, and the sum range. So correspondingly gives me this. This value actually is why? Because I want to find the sales 1 north, this one, 1 north, this one. It's 1, but it's south. It's north, but it's 2. So these two records, these two will be summed up. So in the same way, if we have sum if, we also have average ifs. Average ifs means obviously calculating the average. Now, sum ifs and average ifs is something that obviously you should know about. Okay, so fine, yeah. Okay, I'll try to share one activity with you, advanced activity with you within these days, where all these function formulas have been implemented, just as an advanced revision. Okay, let me just go on. We have discussed mid, right, left. I believe you know what mid, right, left is. Yes or no? Okay. Mid tends to, so you know it, right? Because, and then if you could tell me, have we discussed find and replace in the class? I'll just show you. Search, sorry. Search. We have discussed this, search. Find function. I'll just delete this. Yes, if you can see my screen now. Have we discussed this? How does find work? I'll tell about the mid-right direction. Okay, I will. Can you first tell me, have we discussed the find function? Have we discussed it?
Sir, you have, but can you please repeat it?
That's better. Okay, I would do that. So let me first repeat mid, right, left because it's very important. Because then there's no point of find and search. So mid, right, left is actually known as your splitting string function. Why do we call it the splitting string function? Because whenever you have some certain strings joined together, you may want to split them. Okay. So how do you split them? First of all, you have is left, very simple. Use left, okay? And in left, you can say is that specify the cell, comma, 3. So from the left-hand side, it would simply do is, it would extract the left. Then I could say is right. in right, I could do is I could extract from the right this. Yes or no? So 3 means obviously extract 3 characters from the right, 3 characters from the left. I think so this is quite basic. What about mid? Mid means if you want to extract from the second till the second last. What I mean to say is, look over here. I am saying over here is that you need to get what? Let's say if I want to extract from the third till and the next 3 characters. So I'll just type comma 3, go to third one, and comma 4, meaning go and extract the next 4 characters starting from the third character. So B, T, R, O would be extracted. So mid is used to extract, okay, from the middle of a string. I think so. I did give you the example of a ticket number. So if you want to extract a root number, which is the 4th and the 5th character, we can use it. Okay. Is that clear? Who was asking me about this? Is this clear? Then I can go on further. Okay, very good. So let me go on. Now I can discuss is find search. Because text functions tend to be very important, and somehow directly they have not mentioned all of these in the book, but they can obviously come. So it should not be surprise to us. Okay. So what is this? Well, not something complicated, but very important. Find is a function that will help you to find the numeric position of a character within a string. What I mean by this is if I want to find the numeric position of capital M, I can find it. It's a 6th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space is 5, and capital M is appearing in the 6th position. Right? So how does it work? Look at the syntax. It says find text. I'm trying to find capital M. Double quotes because it's user defined, comma, within text. Okay, from here, from where you're trying to find. And 1, comma 1 means I want to start searching from the first location. So if I'm trying to find from the first location, this is what I do. So it says 6. So what you want to find? From where? And starting from the first one. So if I type over here, space, if I have space here, see what happens? It tells me space is appearing where? 5. Okay. We did this in the class as well. Okay. Where I probably discussed with you was how can we actually extract is the first name. So if I want to extract the first name, obviously we can't use left, because if I use left, every first name has different number of characters. I can't use left. Okay. So we have to devise a way, and the way is that between every name there is a space. Okay, fine. So somehow if I can extract till space, till space, till space. Listen, if you make a notes of Excel, if you write down what does every function do, believe me, things will be so easier for you. For example, if I know that I know a function that can give me the numeric position of a character within a string, this is actually going to help me a lot. You're following me? I know a function that can help me to find the numeric position of a space. If I can find the numeric position of space here, here, okay, like this over here. You get what I'm saying? I've used finds from here, comma 1. Okay? Beta, could you mute your mic, someone? Okay?
आपने पी ली?
अगर किसी आपको पता है मैं भी
Beta, could you
किसके
tell
साथ
your friend
बताओ किसके झूठी उनने
कौन है ये?
यस
हवा के साथ
नहीं
फिर
गैस करो
झूठी
स्कूल का ही है स्कूल का ही है सच्ची में स्कूल का ही है
Someone helping me here or not? Oh, thank you. Right. Okay, fine. Right. Okay, so what I want to do is, let's say, okay, are you with me, all of you? Can someone reply? Am I talking to myself? Yes. Okay. So I'm saying is if I want to extract the first name, what I would do is I will say, let's say, is equals to left. Right? And I'll click here, comma. Now, how many characters do I have to extract? This is where the problem is. I can't write 4, I can't write 5. And how can I get the number of characters, the number? I know function find that can tell me the numeric notation of space. So if I use find, in find, what I need to do is I will enter is a space. Yes or no, space. Between double quotes, there is nothing. From here, starting from the first position. So here we go. I get this. Well, how come it's working? Because left function says, tell me you want to extract from where, and then the number of characters, for that I'm using find, and it works. Get the point? So make sure you know it. I'm recording the lecture. If you want to have a look, you can have a look afterwards. There's some small things I really want to talk about. I was discussing with one of the branches today. Listen, it's very simple. If I enter over here 60, okay, somehow I'll keep on using this keyboard. Let's say I'm entering $60, and if I enter 60 here, okay, and let's say if I go to format, okay, and if I if I go into currency and I have dollars and I make it 0. Now this is $60, this is $60. Okay. First of all, remember one thing. Whenever you have a numeric figure, numbers always appear on the right. Okay, numbers always appear on the right. Alphanumeric always appears on the left. Point number 2. Whenever you have to look at a value, you look over here. Okay, in the formula bar. This actually is 60. This actually is $60. Which means is that if I write over here is, let's say, 25 and 23 and 24, let's say, and if I do this, is this, let's say, is multiplied by this, you would see is what's happening. I get value. Why am I getting value? Because I'm multiplying an alphanumeric $60. Dollar is not a number. With 23, it says, you're not multiplying with a number. In this case, I'm multiplying with a number. So you always have to look at this, whatever in the formula bar, if is this number or not. So again, if you really want the dollar sign to appear, you have to make it formatting. Okay, you get my point. So this is something really important. Okay. Secondly, let's say if if this point is clear, let me discuss another thing. Let's say if I have over here is a ticket number. Okay. I'll just write over here. Let's say PAK 734TU7, right? And somehow I extract over here is the 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. So 7, 8 actually is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fourth, fifth vector. So let's say I want to extract is anything. I mean, I don't know, it could be the rate, let's say. So what I would do is I would say is equals to, obviously I'll use mid. I would extract 1, 2, 3. So from here, I want to start from 1, 2, 3, 5. I would like to start from 4, and I would like to extract the next 2. I get 78. I think so. You all of you got this point. But now you might be saying, sir, 78 is appearing on the left-hand side. If 78 is appearing on the left-hand side, I just told you, it's not a number. Then this means I can't use this in my calculations. Yes, I cannot. How do I convert this into a number? How can I make it appear on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, sorry. Well, for that, just type value. If you type value, you would automatically see 78 appearing on the right-hand side. Because now 78 actually is a number, it can be used in calculations. So if you drive numbers out of any vectors and you want to convert them into value, you have to use the value function. Okay, so using the value function, distinguishing between a text and a string, okay, and find search, right? Okay, I'll obviously be discussing more. Secondly, I think so all of you should know that we talked about the difference between lookup and VLOOKUP. And we talked about that lookup actually does the backward searching, VLOOKUP does not do the backward searching. Very distinct property, and all of you should know it. Okay, we can search backwards in lookup, but in VLOOKUP we cannot search backward. Okay, you have to remember this. But the advantage of VLOOKUP is VLOOKUP gives you the exact and the proximate match. And lookup only gives you the exact match. Right. Then we have is something known as a text function. Okay, all of you should know it. I'm repeating again. I'm recording the lecture. I'll share with you. If you still have a question, you can make a list and you can ask me again. Don't worry. If you want to have a more online session with me, we can plan it out before the mock exam. Okay, in case apart from school. So look here, beta. I'm using over here is the text function. मैं text में आता हूँ और what will I do is I'll click on this date, comma, और देखो मैं अब क्या करूँगा. Okay, so ये सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो we can't ignore it actually. So I'll write over here is D for day, and let's say I will have month, and I'll have full year. So you see, I have this format. If I write over here 3 days, it will turn into Friday, March this. If I enter over here 4M, it will turn into March. Okay. Now, this is actually through a function. You might be saying, sir, we could also do is go into format. We could go into date and we could format it. No, formatting is different. Functions are different. If the examiner says use a function, you have to use a function, you can't format. So you have to be very careful. So this is a function. A text function is used for formatting, and I've given you an example. Yes or no? Is it clear? The text function. Yeah. I just wanted to discuss the random points with you. They are not random, frankly speaking. They are important, right? Right, very well done. And please, you can keep a peer tutor class afterwards if someone wants to do it to help each other. Okay. Right. Next, there are obviously more I want to discuss with you. Yeah. So do remember the VLOOKUP and the lookup example I just talked about. Yeah. So validation, we have already discussed validation. Okay, how validation basically works. And again, my emphasis will always be on this particular example, using if, or, and together. Okay, you should always know how to use them together. In this typical example, we had this as a condition. Okay, we had this as a condition. Or actually meant was that if or either this or either this. Either this statement is true or either this statement is true. And in this statement, what do I have? And, which means if this is blue and this is blue, so both are blue. Either both are blue or either both are red. So if any of this statement is true, give me my color. It was just an example to explain you how if or an and could be integrated within a function. Okay, so make sure you know this. Has it been targeted? I told you. Yes, you can note it down. This was November 2011, P3. This implementation of this function came then. Okay, right? November 2011. So if you want me to share a video solution of November 2011, you can, and the paper and the file, I can do it. Just remind me in the group. Okay, please note it down. I will do it. Okay, right. And then what we have is, yeah, obviously there are more functions I need to discuss with you, like the rank, which could be important for our exam. What is rank? Rank means to find a rank, obviously. Number, let's say I want to find the rank of, these are some different amounts. So I want to find the ranking of this, from where? From all over here. So it's telling me 6. So technically it means is if I, let's say, arrange it in. So you see over here is that this number is the sixth largest. So if I refer to this number, let's say the largest number. This is the largest number I have. So it would say first. This is the second largest, the third largest. So if you can do it ascending, descending, whatever, and then you can find the ranking. So ranking, obviously, as far as numeric numbers are concerned. This is what rank actually means. So remember what rank is, you should know it. Yes, फिर मैंने discuss किया था आपके साथ substitute and replace जो important हो सकते हैं. ठीक है? Do you want me to repeat substitute and replace? Yes. Should I?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. These देखो जितने भी text functions है ना उनको हम ignore नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है? और एक बार जेल में रखना बुक में दे आर नॉट कंप्लीट. मैं आपको तो गारंटी दे दूं. पास्ट पेपर्स में यू हैड फंक्शंस जो बुक में नहीं है. ये आप जेल में रखना. ओके सो सबसे पहले बेटा आपको करा देता हूँ रिप्लेस. कहाँ गया रिप्लेस? आई हैड इट. या हियर वी गो. रिप्लेस. रिप्लेस बड़ा इजी है बट इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आई वांट टू रिप्लेस अ पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टर विद समथिंग. लेट्स से कोई भी टिकट नंबर में यू वांट टू चेंज द रूट नंबर सारी टिकट्स का and you have like 1000 of them. How you can't do it manually. Replace ये कह रहा है कि tell me the old text you want to replace. Starting from which character? 1, 2, 3, 8 से. How many characters you want to replace? 3. 8, 4 dash basically 3 है ना. So third से start करें and the next 3 I want to replace. And what do you want to replace with? PAK. So you see 8, 4 dash has been replaced with PAK. So this is what replacing actually works. You can try experiment yourself. Okay, and then obviously you replicate, all of them will be replaced. Substitute जो है ना वो थोड़ा different तरीके से काम करता है. Substitute को आप देखोगे तो this is the way it works. In one cell मेरे पास ampersand है. Ampersand appearing 2 times. I want to actually substitute in technically English के replace से I want to replace it with this pillar sign. So substitute says, what is the text? This is the text. What is the old one? Old character. You have to put in double quotes, which is the ampersand. And you want to replace it with what? With this pillar sign. Okay. So you see, all ampersand have been replaced by this substitute actually. So substitute is different. It will find for a particular character and it will replace all of them with the pre-defined one. As far as replace का functions can वो different है. It starts from a location and goes till a particular. ठीक है? ये दोनों में फर्क है. Okay? इसके साथ हमने डिस्कस करना है. Okay, by the way, conditional formatting तो हमने डिस्कस की हुई है पहले. You know what conditional formatting is, how does it work? ठीक है? Greater than all that, right? इसके अलावा hold on, what I was thinking of. Yes, हाँ, exact. इसको बेटा देखो जरूर. बहुत बेसिक फंक्शन है but I think इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस बहुत ज्यादा है. It can exactly compare. देखो मैं क्या कहता हूँ exact A1 में क्या written sign and I'm comparing with sign, but the difference is over here S is capital and here S is small. A1 में S is small or the text I've written double quotes उसमें S is capital. It says me false. If I actually make this small, it says true. अब इसमें क्या आ सकता है? It could be used with an if statement. हम ये कह सकते हैं if one value and the other value are exactly the same, display this, otherwise display that. You get the point? So exact is when you want to do very strict comparison even of the cases. Okay, उसी केस में अगर लिखा होगा for example किसमें passwords में, if you have a list of passwords and you want to compare the password with repassword, एक password में आपने A capital लिखा है and the other password में आपने A small लिखा है, obviously the ASCII code of both of them is different, तो result तो same नहीं आएगा ना. So if I use exact, it can tell me that these password and these password match and these don't match. So you get the point? Exact कहाँ use हो सकता है, क्यों importance की ज्यादा है, क्योंकि text function है. Yes or no? ठीक है? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, let me see. Sum ifs हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है. Count ifs अगर हमने नहीं किया तो मैं दोबारा बताता हूँ. This is what count ifs is. पेपर में नहीं आया हूँ, अगर count ifs बेटा जेन में रख लो. Count ifs क्या है? It's not just one count if, multiple count ifs. So criteria range first, female, female की range female. Second criteria range जो हमारी ये है वो है scores की, and the score greater than 60%. And then let's say the subject, English. So it's telling what? Two. It's counting and telling me that there are two records in which we have female English and greater than 60%. So you see female English greater than 60. We have female but it's maths, it's female but science. I have female but it's maths, it's female English, one more. Okay. So there are only two actually, where it's female English and greater than 60%. You get my point? Okay, there are only two records. Right? So this is count ifs. I am emphasizing on this again. Count ifs. Sum ifs हो गया, count ifs हो गया. ठीक है. आपका एवरेज होगा सेम वे. अगर ये काउंट ifs है, सम ifs है, फिर एवरेज ifs है, ये सारे काफी इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकते हैं. ठीक है. व्हाट एल्स या टेक्स्ट फंक्शन, अगेन टेक्स्ट. मैं टेक्स्ट पे एम्फसाइज बहुत कर रहा हूँ फॉर द अपकमिंग एग्जाम्स. टेक्स्ट में क्या है? यू सी आई हैव स्पेस ओवर हियर बिफोर डब्ल्यू, आई हैव डबल स्पेस आफ्टर कॉमा. सो बहुत बेसिक फंक्शन है ट्रिम. ट्रिम बेसिकली विल गेट रिड ऑफ दीज एक्स्ट्रा स्पेसेस. मैंने ट्रिम लगाया किस पे? A2 इधर ही, और मैंने रेप्लिकेट किया. सो यू सी it has just got rid of extra spaces that I have. It trims, removes all spaces except for single spaces जो होती है ना comma के बाद. So it works very efficiently. So wherever you may want to trim, you can trim and get the right result. Okay. Right. What else? सबस हो गया, रैंक हो गया, हमारा टी हो गया. ठीक है, फाइन. ओके, मेरे जिन में और फंक्शन आ रहा है. सब टोटल नहीं आएगा, सिलेबस में नहीं है. इफ एरर, यस, इसको सुन लो. इफ एरर कुड बी इंपॉर्टेंट. इफ एरर क्या है? इफ एरर होता है कि इफ दिस इज माय whatever calculation I'm doing, if there is an error in this calculation, give me the statement. For example, ये देखो, मैंने किया B12 divided by B C12, so I get 0.5. ठीक है. But when I do this, B13 divided by C13, so 1 divided by 0 is infinity. तो वो तो मुझे obviously आंसर नहीं देता ना. That's an error. So over here, since it's an error, it gives me this statement. So at times, if there are errors, maybe the examiner might say that display the following text if any sort of error occurs. So मैं बार बार कह रहा हूँ, if error को ज़हन में रखो कि this is how if error works. Yes or no? Is if error clear as well?
Yes.
Very good. If error भी हो गया. Okay. फिर हमारे, आप अगर में से कोई नोट डाउन करा तो गुड, अच्छी बात होगी. हमने हाँ, यस. if before I forget, वैसे अब पता तो होगा ही आपको, मैं दोबारा में emphasize कर देता हूँ. You do know कि we have now का function. It gives us today's date and time. So if I want to get, मैं कह रहा हूँ, पता होगा मगर still, if I want to get the day out of it, okay, what do? I use is equals to day and I get the day out of it. If I want to get the month out of it, so what do? I type is equals to the month, okay, and obviously year के लिए use is equals to year का function, so it gets you the year. So you can get the month, day, year out of it as well. ये access में भी होता है database में. अगली क्लास में मैं access की advanced version में point डिस्कस करूंगा दोबारा. इसी तरह you see I have में time है मेरे पास, तो hour, minute, second. So hour, minute, second, month, day, year, these are the functions available. ज़हन में रखना, ठीक है. और वैसे आपको ये भी पता होगा, अगर मेरे पास कोई भी डेट है पड़ी हुई, so I can actually, for example, if I have is 2/2/1987, मैं लिख लेता हूँ इधर, okay, and I want to, let's say this is the date of birth of someone. I want to find कि how many years have passed. What will I do? Okay, मैं क्या करूँगा इधर? मैं करूँगा इधर is equals to now. Now का फंक्शन लगाऊंगा. ओहो, सिंपल now का फंक्शन. ओके, और इसमें से मैं माइनस कर दूंगा ये. लेट्स से व्हाट डू आई गेट? इसको मैं कर दूंगा फॉर्मेट इनटू जनरल. You know what this is? These are the number of days. So what do I do now? The simple maths का rule. We put these brackets. ये ब्रैकेट डालो. ओहो, oh, so click off. ये ब्रैकेट डालो. And then what do we do? We divide it by 365. What do we get? Okay, एक्चुअली मैंने ख्याल से मैंने दोबारा ना उसको फॉर्मेट गलत कर दिया. What do we get? 37 is the year. So this my now